Hey there everybody, if you all managed to go off and find and click on this video, today we are going to be talking about the Lego Mixels, which was a 2014 Lego theme, which has actually been ended for about 7 years now as of today. That being in 2016, it wrapped up its final year of production. That being said, there are 81 unique Mixels to look at today, with several unique and varying tribes. Some are cousin tribes, and a lot of them are just unique creatures. And this is just a little quick overview before we get right into our first series, Series 1, with the Knights. That being said, these guys first debuted in 2014 with the start of the series. We have Flane, Zorch, and Volk here. All of them take on a very fiery theme, as you can see here. We have several different Mixels, all of unique sizes, different types of hands, legs, and teeth, and all of them are pretty cool and pretty iconic. Each of them have their own little fan base going on. That being said, Flane was the obvious favorite, and he was very hard to find, as are all of them now, and they now retail for about $80 brand new. But that being said, let's move on to their rocky brethren, that being Cragsters, of course. And here you can see we have the Cragsters, we have Seismo, Crater, and Shuff. These guys, once again, varying in different sizes. We have extra small, small, and gigantic. This guy has some big old feet, which he can use to create earthquakes, and he looks a little bit angry, but don't worry, he's a happy, friendly guy. We got Crater with a giant hand, which he can use to defeat his enemies, aka the Nixels, and he comes in handy a lot because he is the primary digger of the group. And then we have our boy here, who kind of uses himself as a wrecking ball to kind of plow through the Nixels, and he can come in handy sometimes, especially when it comes to eating things. On to the next one. Electroids are now here, and the final tribe for Series 1. Here we have Zaptor, Volectro, and Telso, probably named after Nikola Tesla. They are very lightning themed and obviously shocked with their powers. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I know. I'm going to jail for that one. But anyway, we can see here that he has some great fingers, and these guys are all about the same size, but only because Bro has a literal hay bale growing on his head. And he likes sandwiches. And he's apparently the leader? Am I the only one that always thought Volectro was the leader? Like, am I just going insane? But I went back and watched the most epic Mixels mini-sode ever, and apparently Volectro's the leader. Personally, in my own headcanon, Bro is leader. Not Bro. Bro. Zzz. To the next one. Off our first tribe of Series 2, we gotta go to the deep freeze for this one. We have the Frosticons. We have Lunk, Bro, and Fleur. Yes, his name is Bro. Slumbo, that is. And he is definitely the most sleepy-eyed of the bunch. And we can definitely see that Series 2 has definitely kicked into the color palettes, changing it up nicely with some nice blue Mixels here. That's gonna become a trend. But these were the original blue Mixels. Here we can see Bro is holding on to his, swords. We are not going back in there. That's foreshadowing. And as you guys can see here, we have the Fang Gang. The second tribe of Series 2, we have Jog, Chomley, and Gaba. Yeah, guess which one's the leader? Is it Gaba, the two-footed, two-handed teeth man of the Fang Gang? Lots of teeth here. Jog, the dog of the Fang Gang. Or Chomley, two-handed, lots of teeth, gold tooth in fact. And two-footed? Nah, bro, it's the dog! Not gonna lie though, I would make him my leader too. He's adorable. Even though I probably wouldn't want to put my finger in his mouth, because he's got a lot of teeth here. Anyway, on to the stretchy flexors. And of course, with the stretchy flexors, they're always doing something to attempt to flex on all the other Mixels tribes. And here we can see Bulk, Craw, and Tintro. Just vibing. In a chain. Hanging from something. Bro is strong! Oh yeah. Stretchy flexors. This is, of course, what they look like when they're not trying to rizz you up. Bro got that flexor rizz. Like that, we are now on to the third series of Lego Mixels with my personal favorite tribe, the Wiztastics, and my personal favorite Mixel, Mesmo. He's a blue bird, falcon-looking guy with some witch hats on his head. That's the only thing people find notable? I love how I love how cool he is. And then we have Magnapho, definitely the most of the tribe. And then we have Wizwaz, a definite fun Mixel. You can hang him off with stuff, and he burps with magic. That's so cool. Anyway, on to the next tribe. Whee! Meh. Finally, on to the next tribe, that being the Spikles, with Scorpy, Foodie, and Hoagie. Personally, I always called him Futai, but his name is Foodie, because he has big feet. And Hoogie, who is actually known as Huggy, because he has giant hands. And Scorpy's just Scorpy because they look like a scorpion. But they're actually adorable in the show. And Foodie is not aggressive at all whatsoever. He's probably a dance major. And Hoagie, it's just the best to snuggle button. That's literally how he talks. These guys you would think would be some of the most aggressive Mixels. Maybe not Scorpy. But they're covered in blades, bro. Bro has a mohawk. But they're actually all just a bunch of softies. They're still adorable, though. On to the next tribe. Ooh, green Mixels. These guys are the Glorp Corp. We could definitely reuse green, like, 1, maybe 2 more times. That's foreshadowing. But here we have Glomp, the leader, Glurt, the dog, and Torts. Whatever a Torts is. Torts is Torts, and I love him. Definitely probably one of my favorites, but I love the Glorp Corp. They're awesome. They're adorable. Glomp is so cool. He uses the Ninjago spinner snake piece, and so does Glurt. And Torts has cool little starfish things. They're so cool. Oh, yeah. Glompian Riz. Back to the fire we go so soon. Oh, we have more Infinites here. We have Bernard, Meltus, and the leader, Flameser. These guys are the Infinite cousins. Wow, so original. Nah, but these guys are actually pretty cool. They're definitely a very neat addition to the Infinites, and I definitely like Meltus. I think his design is pretty neat. Originally, he would have fire shooting out of his nose, but I always keep him like this, so here he is. Also, that part makes him look like he has nostrils. You just can't really see him because it's kind of shadowy in here. But yeah, all these guys have a lot of personality, and even though they're a remake tribe, they still look really good. I love it. First thing from the moon, we have the Orbitons. We had the Orbitons. Being said, we have Nixput, Rocket, and Nerp. Not. Ooh. The first Mixel with a personality disorder. The first two-headed Mixel, question mark. Here you can see that they've got their gear all laid out with their jetpacks. His is on fire, and he has a tailpipe. Ooh. This guy looks like Elvis Presley. This guy is basically your average American drill sergeant. And this guy's an old man. And a baby at the same time. Interesting. Wow, the Mixel Series 4 Orbitons. So cool. You're telling me that also living on the moon are the Lego Mixel Series 4 Glowkeys? Yeah, these guys actually glow in the dark, and yes, that is the wrong eyepiece for Globert. It's supposed to be black. I don't know where it is. The person I bought it from sent that instead of the normal eyepiece. I'm sorry. I'm a failure. I shouldn't show you the rest of these Mixels because I don't have a complete collection. No, I'm just joking. Let's see these guys with the lights out. You can see Globert here, and maybe a little bit of Vampos. But Boogly here, you can see mostly his teeth. Maybe it's just not dark in here. Globert still looks pretty good though. We stand Globert in this house. Anyway, moving on to Series 5. If the Frosticons have calmed down. Oh, there's different ones! Here you can see we have Krog, Snoof, and Chilbo. Bro, you good, bro? Oh no. Bro took brain freeze to the next level. These guys are so much fun. I love how expressive Chilbo is, but one big downside is the fact that Bro's head is definitely so far leaning that he can easily just fall over. I'm not going to make him fall on here because he'd probably bust on the ground. But we also have Snoof, the little ski guy. That's really creative. And yeah, he was definitely favored by a lot of people. And Krog. Krog and Slumbo seem like they'd be cousins, so makes sense. And these guys are also really creative, even though they also were a cousins tribe. On to the next ones. Series 5 with the Clankas. Sorry guys, the Clankers. These guys are so much fun. I love Gox here and Jinky, definitely my favorite of the tribe. And then Camzo, the little dude with the little wrench arms, which is funny because he's got one giant hand, just like Crater, and one teeny tiny one. And he always looks mildly upset. And Jinky, I don't know why I always give him like a pipe sword or something. He just has a golden blade here. And Gox. Gox. He is so cool. I finally have Gox after all this time. These guys are so much fun, and I'm glad that they made some steampunk-esque mixels. On to the next ones. See that we have the Lixers tribe, starting off with Spug, Turg, Tungster. Tungster here has a big old jaw with a massive tongue, probably the biggest of the entire tribe. And the longest tongue here with Turg, which actually was bullied by his own creator. And this is something serious because it's kind of messed up. Lego had actually posted in this guy's product description that he was, and I quote, back of the bus window licker. Thus being said, Lego actually got into some controversy because that is a derogatory term for people with mental illness and or learning disability. And Turg here, who is just adorable with a spinning little head, a bit of a dark history for these little guys here, but I love them all. Honestly, I really do. And I wish that Lego was not that stupid back then. Unfortunately, whoever was writing that description just really needed fired. Or some sensibility training. I don't know, guys. Anyway, moving on to Series 6. Moving into Series 6, we have Slusho, Gurgle, and Dribble. Each of them named after different things that are going on in their bodies. Slusho having the dripping wings of slime here. Gurgle with the big old bubbles on his legs. And Dribble, who is, ew. We're just gonna... with that one. These guys are the Glorp Corp cousins. More creativity flowing through these guys than many other new Lego sets that come out nowadays. Looking at you, Lego Star Wars. Or never mind. These guys are absolutely adorable, though. I do love them, and their creativity does not stop just because they are a cousins tribe. I know that's a hot take. Try to sue me. I dare you. Moving on to the next tribe of Series 6, we have the Weldos. Starting off with Forks, Cram, and Wuzzo. Wuzzo being a construction chainsaw, which is pretty interesting, and he just so happened to include the King Nixel himself. Cram here having a concrete cannon as well as some rocky little feet. I love this guy. He's like a little contractor dude. He looks cool. He's also got like a little crusher mouth going on. And Forks here having, obviously, you know, some wrecking capabilities. He's got some nice chain here and a nice ram head and a little concrete mixer, which I just so happen to store a qubit in for some reason. These guys are awesome. I love them. And now the last tribe of Series 6, we have Burp, Snacks, and Vaka Waka. Oh yeah, we got Vaka up top and Waka down bottom. We see some nice, like, detail. The fact that the stomach's got the stained teeth. I think that's pretty funny. These guys do not cease to amaze me. The creativity that Lego has really put, or at least I should say the design team has put into these guys, is very impressive. I love the different little details. This guy's got plenty of arms. He's like a little waiter guy. He can do all the coolest tricks. He can go off and open up his mouth. He's got himself some little feet. All of these guys are just really neat, really fun to play with, and that's why I put them up by the fruit cocktail. Anyway, let's move on to Series 7. First tribe of Series 7 is, of course, the MCPD, or the Mixel City Police Department. First of all, we have Officer Cuffs, and then we have Officer Tickets here, as well as Busto, the little dude who's like a literal walking prison cell. That's a very fun little play feature. The fact that you can place mixels into prison and break them out. I think that is absolutely adorable and hilarious, and he's such a little square, and I love it. Cuffs is definitely also a greatly built mixel. I love to go off and have him just at salute. As if he's like chasing down somebody. He's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, huh? And Tickets here is definitely fun to kind of swoosh around and have him chase down some Nixels. He's a very fun guy. And the inclusion of tires makes him very, very unique, which we'll never see again. Again, that's foreshadowing. But these guys are a very unique little tribe and very different, very fun. And yeah, they were very popular in Series 7. But let's move on to the... After Mixopolis suffered from many fires from the Infernites, you can't have one force of creating fire without a force to put it out. This here is the Mixopolis City Fire Department, or MCFD, and we get Splash-O and a quad. These guys, just like the MCPD, are so much fun. I love these guys to death, and they're great. And I just now remembered they're part of Series 8. That's right, even I can make mistakes. Instead of editing this, I'm going to go ahead and just leave these guys here. So just know these guys are part of Series 8, not Series 7. And they look absolutely epic. I love how this guy's like an escape ladder. It's just so much fun. But guess what? They do end up using wheels as well, which I think is mainly because this guy can literally turn into a fire truck, which is very creative. I love the fact that these guys, you know, this dude up here is literally just a forest rescue where he can pour out water from his tail fin back there. These guys are so much fun, and I absolutely love it. Now, back to your normal Series 7 programming, we have Trumpsy, Jamsy, and Tapsy. Take it away, boys. This boy right here is very strange looking. He's made to sort of look like an electric guitar, but also he plays the mic, so that's a little something else. Very nice design, though, considering that he is a musician. And then we have Tapsy here, who's literally just a drum set. Very fun, four-armed little guy with a nice little exclusive tile or printed disc there. And then we got Trumpsy with a trumpet. And his cheeks are puffed out to make it look like he's breathing in real big. But also, is that supposed to be his mouth? Or is that the other piece of the trumpet, as if it goes into his head? Which it literally does. And then just hangs out of there. And he's got his little stomach all pooched out, and he's got a little mixtape there. I love these guys. They're just so cute. Anyway, on to the other tribe of Series 7. For our last tribe of Series 7, we have the Medievals, or Medievals. Medievals! Starting off with Paladin here, and then we move on to Camelot, and then Mixadel. Yeah, that's right. We got a literal functioning catapult as a mixel. That's pretty sweet. I have to go find that now. No lie, that play feature for $4 in a Mixels pack is so cool. I wish we would have got more things like it. And then we get an axe for a hand and a little castle, including a little cannon nose there, which is absolutely so creative, with a little flag up top to look like the ramparts. These guys are so much fun. You can tell that the designers had a lot of fun with these guys. You got the mighty steed with a little jousting spear, which is just so much fun. He looks like such a horse, but at the same time he's alien because of his one eye. But I love it so much. He's got a flag at the back. These guys, all of them have flags, and I'm surprised they didn't turn into a castle whenever you mix them up. But they are so much fun, and they have so much potential, and I really wish that we could have got a Cousins series for these guys, because Camelot's father is actually the king, and these two are actually cousins, but we don't actually have their parents or even the king himself, so we need the king, Lego. Give us the king! And the second tribe of Series 8 are the Pirates, with loot, sharks, And Skullsy here, very piratey themed. Skullsy actually has a different sword than what he was actually packaged with. I gave him a croc saber from Chima, and I actually gave his sword to his captain, Sharks there. Sharks has a peg leg as well as no eye on his other side. He does have one over here. He's just wearing his captain's hat, so you can't really see it very well, but he also has a hook for a hand, making him by far the most injured pirate I think I've ever seen. That's a really bad combination there. What a poor shark. And then we have Loot here, their living treasure chest. He has a little claw there, and one little tiny baby arm, and then he has tons and tons of golden teeth that serve as little golden nuggets. And Skullsy here has both a peg leg, thankfully no hook for a hand, at least the guy's got something going for him, but he also has an eye socket that holds a piece of gold. Ain't nobody stealing his stuff, that's for sure. On these guys are so cool. The little plant pieces for barnacles and the little shell pieces, a lower jaw for the skull for Skullsy here. It's just so fun. I love the pirate theme, and let's jump right into the next one. They're scary. Just wait till you see these next guys. These are the Med-X. These guys are absolutely terrifying. Here is Scrubs. He's like a little lamp, but he's also got the defibrillators, and he's got a little sterilized glass pane there to protect his tongue. And he's got tons of these little teeth, and yeah, he's just going to provide some light for your dental work and hopefully shock you back to life after an unfortunate incident. And then we got Sergio with a massive freaking needle in his hand, as well as a little hammer there to tap your reactions, but he can also go full-on doctor mode. Oh, Sergio just bit the dust. Looks like he's going to need to have some neck problems there. He can go off and, oh boy, okay, he's kind of creepy looking. He can go full-on doctor mode. Beforehand, he was just a normal surgeon, and now he is super surgeon because he has a mustache or a beard going on, and he can go off and just use his little headlamp and look right down and be able to basically tell whatever's wrong with you. Then we got Tooth. He's a tooth. What can I say? Flip him upside down. Congratulations. He's a literal tooth. He's got his little toothpick there. Literally, it's a pick, as if he's going to go ice skiing or something of that nature, hunting for artifacts. And then he's also got a toothbrush with some toothpaste on it. And yeah, these guys will live in your nightmares now. And these are the Med-X. Now on to Series 9. The Ninjas, or the Ninjas, as I personally like to call them, because I think Ninjas just sounds very strange. We have Cobrax, Maestro, and Spinza. Now, you might be wondering, Spinza must be real good at spinning, huh? And yeah, he is. Sometimes he gets a little stiff, but he kind of looks like one of the flexors that we went off and reviewed earlier. So maybe he is mixed. Maybe he's half flexor, half... I don't know. To me, Ninja is a... Hey there, everybody. Unfortunately, my phone decided it wanted to corrupt some of the footage that I had recorded for the other two tribes from Series 9. So we are back once again. We can see here that we have Sweeps from the Trashos tribe. Sweeps has some nice little sweeping hands and a nice little tail, which I think is absolutely great. He has a design similar to that of a like squirrel little guy. And honestly, I think he's got to be one of my favorites. And he definitely makes the tribe really kind of stand out, because imagine that, a squirrel as a street cleaner. That's kind of cute, kind of neat concept there. And then we can also see that he has a friend, that being Gaba, the trash can on wheels with some little flappy arms and some teeth. He is actually missing a tooth, so that's kind of a fun little detail. He can eat all sorts of different types of trash, and he loves it, obviously, because he's having a great time. But they're not alone either. Their guy, Compacts, can come through and clean up whatever they don't. He is actually a garbage compactor, and he also has a play feature. Whew, after some of that paranormal activity. Yep, these are the Trashos, and we are now going to go ahead and move on to the last and final tribe from the Lego Mixels series. These guys here are known as the Noosers. There's some great Mixels here. We got Camsta, Mike, and Screeno. And these guys have some very unique color palettes, very unique designs. I always loved Camsta and his little propellers all over the place. He's definitely a news chopper. He's got his little lighting here, and he's got his little recording light on. And Screeno here reminds me of an old style TV. Obviously, that's what he's built to represent. He's got his little glasses here, and he's got his little bow tie there, and he's got a little mic in his hand. But he also has his buddy Mike to help him out. He's on the boom mic, and he's got some wheels, and he's also recording some audio with us. So these guys are very handy to have nearby, especially if you're a YouTuber and if you want to record some news. That being said, these guys mark the end of an era. These guys were put out at the very end of 2016, and they kicked off the series and gave it out with a big bang, as these guys had sold pretty well. And unfortunately, these guys were the last that we ever seen of the Lego Mixels theme until we seen a petition to bring it back. This right here is my custom Lego Mixel known as Vox, and I haven't come up with a tribe name for him yet, so if you guys have an idea of a good tribe name for him, let me know what it would be down in the comments below. His name is Vox, and he's got some little spider arms here. He's got a big old mouth, and he's got some little legs. I kind of tried to make him in somewhat of a gothic style, as gothic as a Mixel can be, but he's definitely taking on a black, gray, tan, and white color scheme with his little red tongue in the back there, and he's using a newer style eye, so that's kind of neat. But let me know what you guys think about this guy down in the comments below. Is he Mixel worthy, and what should his tribe's name be? And let me know that down in the comments below. But as far as Mixels goes, guys, I really hope that one day Lego will bring it back, as it was a great, creativity kicker for some of us kids back in 2014 to 2016, and I know for a fact that I would buy every single Mixel set if they went off and put it out, because I have just went through every single Lego Mixel that Lego has ever put out, and I just purchased them earlier this year from Mercari, not sponsored by the way, for about $500. That sounds like a lot, but whenever you look at the value that these guys have on the aftermarket, it's actually a fairly good deal, because you pay about $30 per tribe, and you pay about $1,200 for the complete set, and I only had to pay about half of that, so I was pretty happy, pretty satisfied with my purchase. I'll be holding on to these guys for the rest of my days. Anyway, guys, thank you all so very much for watching. Peace out. Hope you liked, hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you guys think of Mixels down in the comments below. Peace out, and bye!